Deep range subscribers, what's happening, man? I'm sitting here at my what I like to call my critical thinking spot. You know, um, when I made my page, I didn't only make my page just to showcase cars, what I'm doing, um, or to showcase, my skills. And to talk about Chevys and donks and things of that nature and motor and things like jam motors, turn the corner motors. I made my page to talk about a variety of things, current events, personal thoughts and opinions, different topics, that I may have discussed with someone earlier in the day. So that's what I made my page for. I like to share my opinions. I like people to share their opinions with me. I like to trade thought, you know. And where I work for my brother at a paint and body shop. And where I work, our particular environment is sort of like the barber shop. People from the streets of the neighborhoods, they visit there all the time. I got a lot of homeboys that come up there, and holler at me. My brother got a lot of people that come up there and talk to him. And majority of the time while I'm working, there's a lot of different conversations and topics going on. So I said to myself, it'd be a good thing if I can take some of these topics and, bring them to my page, and share it with y'all to exchange thought. And one of the topics that was talked about today was, why do people feel the need to be so flamboyant? And we all have felt, I felt victim of it. I think we all, especially, growing up in the urban community, what we call the hood, we all at times can be flamboyant, can be show off, like to be a show, like to just show off. But this is a topic that we was talking about. And me and the guy who was talking, he basically kind of got, a little offended by what I said. So this particular dude who I know, one of my homeboys, he's into buying a lot of jewelry. He loved jewelry. He loved to show off jewelry. He loved to get on Instagram and show off his jewelry. He always, showcasing his rolling. He loved to show off. He real flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? And he made a statement to me. He said, man, in this world, Dyke, they call me Dyke. My name Van Dyke. They call me Dyke for short. He was like, man, in this world, if you ain't got no gold, boy, you ain't got nothing. Kind of interesting what he said. So, I asked him, what you mean by that statement? He was like, man, in this world, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to be shining a little bit, man. You got to shine. You got to shine. And I asked him, why? Why do you think that you have to shine? Why do you think that you have to have jewelry? All the glitter and gold. Why? Why do you feel like that? Or why do you think that? You know what I'm saying? And we proceeded to talk, and I gave him my opinion on it. I gave him my opinion. He opened the door with the conversation. So I gave my opinion. And I'm gonna share my thoughts with y'all. All right. A lot of times when we have the feeling that We have to accumulate so much material things, whether it's jewelry, cars, all these things that, brings the ooh and the ah of the people. There's something going on the inside of us when we feel the need that we have to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, if they don't have jewelry, the cars, the money, all the things that the world seeks after, all the things that make people, do the ooh and the ah and get the attention of others, we do not feel significant at all. See, there's a lot of people without their jewelry, without their cars, without the things that shine. They don't even have a voice. They don't feel important. They need, a lot of times, a lot of people need those things to be accepted into society. And it's because they have some type of lack of confidence within themselves. They don't have no confidence within themselves. They don't know who they are. Yeah, they know their name. They know the day that they was born, but they have been running away from themselves by trying to, chase what the world tell you that you need to chase, that they don't even know who they is. So they always looking for validation. They always looking for compliments to make them feel good about themselves. See, it's not so much of the Rollie or the Cuban link or the Cuban links that they really love. It's the attention that they get from the very thing. That's what it's about. It's just like, it's no different than a woman that goes on IG and shows off her body. She looks for those comments. She looks for the oohs and ahs of men. And when she sees that, it makes her feel good about herself. That's the same thing with dudes. This is why when you look at a lot of these rappers, right, they always flossing, they always showing what they got. They always want to accumulate more and more and more. The new Phantom that come out, the new Benz, the new G-Wagon, the new whatever come out, they have to have it. And they have to show it. You know why? Because they continue to chase that validation from the people who's looking at it, the oohs and the ahs of the people. And when a person is in that state, that says a lot about that person. You show me a dude who's filled with jewelry, that's showing off his cars, that man is not confident at all. I don't care what type of good words he speak. I don't care what type of game he got. That man is not confident at all. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You could take a dude that's driving an ordinary car. He may have just one ordinary watch. And guess what? That man may be moving and 100% confident. Confident. He's not moved by the opinions or the validations of others because he knows who he is. He's comfortable within his own skin. He's a confident man. He don't need the approval or the validations of others. So anytime we see someone, man, and he always got to have on all his jewelry, he got to always post his jewelry on social media, or if he's at a upscale restaurant, he want to post it on social media. Every time he goes on a trip, he want to shows how his so-called good life is going. He want to post it on social media. If he going to Italy, Rome, Nassau, Bahamas, Jamaica, he want to post it and show just how good his life is. That's not a confident individual. Same thing with a woman. Same thing applies to the women. That's not a confident individual, man. When you need all of these material possessions and material things to be happy, to feel good about yourself, that's not good. That's not good. And any male that runs after these things to feel good about himself, he can't call himself a real man. Because a real man don't need material things to feel good about himself, or to have a voice, or to feel confident. You take a lot of dudes' money, jewelry, cars, and everything that makes up who they are away from them, they wouldn't even have a voice. These things give them confidence. So I don't care how much you may look up to your favorite rapper. I don't care how good he rap. I don't care what he got going on. If he's the type of person that's flamboyant, he always want to show off his material things. He always want to show off his wealth. He want to show off, you know what I'm saying, all the things that raise the eyebrows, that make people go, ooh. He's not confident at all. And he's not even a man. See, we got to move out of that mindset. We need to find who we are as an individual. You got to find yourself, man. You got to find yourself. There's an old saying. They said the best things in life is free. I used to hear that saying all the time, man. That's a real, true saying, man. The best things in life is free. Water, air, true love. Those are the best things in life, man. Material things, jewelry, cars, all these things, man, that we lust after, that we die over, man, that we spend so much time and energy to try to accumulate, is really nothing, man. It's nothing. So if you are one of the ones that you just love jewelry, you love to show off your jewelry, you love material things, you love to boast about it, you love to floss, just know that symbolizes a real problem that you have from within as an individual, bro. You have no confidence whatsoever. No confidence, man. That's a confident problem. So this is the topic, that I wanted to come and share with y'all, that I spoke about with my homeboy. Y'all get down in the comment section, man, and tell me, what y'all think about what I just talked about. You know what I'm saying? This is a page that we're going to be showcasing, cars, my skills, and we're going to have deep range conversations, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get down in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe, man. And let me know what your thoughts on this topic. Deep range. I'm out.